Hello, my YouTube family. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, y'all. Today's video is going to be a good one. We're going to get into the month of April for you. I'm still debating if I'm going to do a rising sign video on this to give you guys even more detail. But for now, we're just going to look into the blessings that are coming towards you in April. The biggest blessings you need to be watching out for, how you can make your way closer to them, yada, 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 okay? If you are excited for this video, baby, make sure to like it and make sure to subscribe, babe. Most people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and I be sitting here like, girl, why not press the button? Okay, I know you're gonna come back, baby, so you might as well go ahead and subscribe while you're here. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into the pile selection. Okay, so we have pile number 1 here, and it says no, it's not the right time. Okay, and every now and then, okay, let me go through it first. We have pile number 2, intimacy, sexual chemistry, reminiscing. We have for pile number 3, gold digger, they want your money being used. And last but not least, we have distance. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant, okay? So take your time, make sure you're, feeling good about the pile that you pick. If you have any trouble picking a pile, you can always random select, leave it up to your guys, right? Leave it up to the universe, or you can look at the timestamps in the description and see which numbers call to you. Those are great ways to pick if you're having trouble, okay? But if something resonates with you right away, then go ahead for it, girl. Okay. Thank you so much for joining again, and let's get into your pile. All right, pile number 1. If you picked no, it's not the right time, this is for you. Now, already for the month of April, I feel like things are not exactly going to look how you expect them to look. Okay, I do feel like it's going to be a lot of firsts for you in the month of April. So while that is exciting, I am getting a bit of nervousness, anxiety, maybe feeling uncomfortable, like you're not ready for the things that are going on. But pile number 1, if it's happening, you're ready for it. Step up to the plate, bitch. Step up to the plate. And as I say that, we have midheaven, pinnacle. So your midheaven is extremely significant in your birth chart, and we'll get into the card, but let's lay out all the cards that we have here first, okay? Next we have 8th house, mystery, for the month of April. So that's very interesting. The number 36 or 46 could be significant. Someone could be 10 years apart from someone else in age. Let's see. I'm hearing Libra, I'm hearing Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini. Those are some things that I'm getting right off the bat, okay? Continuing on. Ooh, we have the 2 of Swords coming out. Give me another. And we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse, okay? So far, the energy that I'm picking up is very indecisive. You're not feeling ready for the big changes that are coming, but they're coming, pile number 1, okay? Look at that. We have April coming out here, confirming that, yes, your changes, your blessings here in April have a lot to do with change, okay? We have love. We have eagle. We have bat, okay? Last but not least, we have dolphin. All right, so pile number 1, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Definitely make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, let's figure out what the tea is. Okay, pile number 1, I actually want to start with this 8th house here, because these 2 cards here are representing your biggest blessings. And with the 8th house being a blessing, it may not always feel that way, right? So let's go ahead. We'll actually read out of the book what they say about the 8th house before we get into it. So let's see. It says, if your chart, and let me show you the card. Okay. Hopefully it focuses for you guys. It says, if your chart were a village map, the 8th house would be on the corner of the red light district next to a mortuary. Did I say that right? And the savings and loan bank. It is a private house where we deal with things we don't talk about in public. Sex, debt, loans, death, psychic phenomenon. Here we deal with other people's resources and how they are exchanged, money, bodies, thoughts, and work, and how we inherit goods and attitudes. This house can feel uncomfortable, but it's a place where we can transform. Okay, so this is a lot of the energy that I was picking up, and it makes sense why I started with this card, right? The eighth house is kind of giving you a opportunity to face your fears and feel extremely liberated through something, okay? And 8 is definitely going to be a number that you see throughout April, pile number 1, to confirm to you, okay, now's the time to face my fears, or okay, now's the time to follow my voice, now's the time to be uncomfortable. I'm doing the right thing by doing what feels like the uncomfortable thing, okay? If something's wrong and it doesn't feel like you, don't do it. But just because it's uncomfortable or it's, uncharted territory doesn't mean not to do it. Don't hold yourself back in that way, okay, pile number 1? Yeah, it's kind of telling you here, the trap can't do anything to you if you don't step on it. You know what I mean? Like, the hook can't grab you if you don't bite the bait. Okay, so don't put yourself either in those situations, or leave yourself stuck and not give your space to move around freely and discover new things. Okay, don't say, look at that, your card was no, right? Don't say no to everything all the time. Okay, pile number 1. Let's see. With this midheaven card, we'll get into this one as well, because this is representing another big blessing that you have coming in April. Okay, so the midheaven. The midheaven contains clues about how your family trained you to be visible in the world, your relationship to other people's authority, and how you step into your own personal authority. It describes the future mountaintop, the pinnacle of your work in the world. The midheaven is the highest point of the charts, where the sun would be at midday. This is most public, visible point of the chart, and it acts like the flagpole on top of your personal castle, okay, pile number 1? So this is definitely telling you here, underneath all of the fears, underneath all the things you don't want people to see, oh my God, is everything that people should be seeing, okay, pile number 1? For the month of April, they're kind of calling you here to listen to the calls that they've been giving you, okay? It's not that you can't hear spirit. It's not that you don't have a connection with them. You haven't wanted to make those choices and decisions that they're calling you to make, which is understandable, okay? But go back to those things that you didn't feel confident in before. Go back to those dreams and hopes and hobbies, all the things that you wish that you could do, and try to do them, pile number 1. There's nothing holding you back here but you. There's nothing holding you back here but this confusion or this fear that you're putting onto yourself, okay? Let's get into your clarifier cards a little bit more, because the 8 of Wands here, with the 8th house, definitely is talking about uprights. The 8 of Wands represents speed, right? It represents something going really fast, or it represents lots of fast communication. However, this is kind of telling me there might be a slowdown on communications between you and others. There might be a slowdown on the big trips or traveling, if that's what you've been doing recently. Okay, they're calling you to focus in on your goals, the things that you've been avoiding, hiding yourself from, and they're challenging you, pile number 1. They're challenging you in the month of April. So that's why it feels uncomfortable, but don't get it twisted. These are blessings, okay? Yeah. Time is of the essence, but don't rush yourself, okay? There may be people waiting to hear from you as well. I'm not sure if this is a forced lack of communication or an intentional lack of communication, or you just haven't communicated with this person, but I am getting that somebody wants to communicate with you, okay? So take it as it resonates. Could be a fire sign or air sign. So that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, as well as Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, okay? Now, this 2 of Swords is very interesting. If you notice, this tarot deck is a different one, and it represents just moments after the original tarot deck was kind of created. What happens just moments after that picture, okay? So that's why you see the extra people or the things that look a little different. Specifically in the Two of Swords, it talks about someone kind of being crossed between two different situations, choices, decisions, right? Or it could represent a debate, a fight, not fight, but arguments, a battle of the minds, okay? Spirit's telling you, I'm getting that this is more of a personal battle that you have been going through. Spirit's telling you you are protected, and file number one, I'm not here to tell you that you're crazy. You're not crazy for feeling the way that you do or thinking the things that you do. However, I do want to say the things that you think and feel directly correlate to the life that you have. Okay? So it might be time for you to face those fears, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, what, not necessarily what's wrong with you, right? Unless you have to be tough, give yourself that kind of self-love. Look at yourself. What's wrong with you? What have you been going through? Okay? Face the hidden things, because that's how the good shit comes up. You can't get a beautiful flower without getting your hands dirty and getting in the dirt. You know what I mean? There is something about friendship coming out as well, pile number one. So when it comes to your friends, be very, not necessarily careful with who you're friends with, but be mindful of the kind of friendship they're looking for. Some people are high maintenance friends. Some people are low maintenance friends. They don't need often communication. Some people feel slighted by you if you don't text them within a couple days. You know what I mean? So yeah, be mindful of how you're communicating with people as well. That's a side note. Okay, but yeah, big blessings coming for you, pile number one. A lot about change, a lot of new things, the unknown coming up. And as long as you have the confidence to face these things, you're going to be golden. Not only are you going to be golden, but you will begin to higher and higher and higher climb up to the pinnacle of, I'm not necessarily the pinnacle of your career, but the pinnacle of your creativity thus far, especially when it comes to things that bring you abundance and blessings, further blessings, and things like that. Okay, pile number one. So we'll get into your last cards here, and then we'll be done. Okay, so we have obviously the month of April out here. So this is confirmation for you that the month of April is going to be a big one for you. There's going to be a lot of changes, and the blessings that you're receiving this month directly, kind of correlate with the changes that are happening. So let them happen. Be happy that they're happening. We have changes with love happening as well. So you might be seeing a lot of blessings in your love life. Okay. A lot of new people wanting to communicate and a lot of old situations ending. Here with the eagle, it says triumph over trouble. So the obstacles that you are having, or that you feel like you would have, the fears that you're having, even if they do come up, Spirit's telling you, you will get over them. You will get past them. You will go through them. These are not obstacles that you're meant to walk around or avoid. However, okay, pile number one, so please keep that in mind. Okay, we have the bat here. So this is telling you that there are people possibly working against you here. And I do kind of feel that with this mental battle, this mental fight. So yeah, be very wary of the people you're communicating with. And I'm hearing people aren't always going to tell you exactly how they feel, nor are they going to be completely authentic, to be real with you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Last but not least, we have the Dolphin, which is a great card because it represents financial gain. And that one really reminds me of that Midheaven card, because not only of the yellow and the brightness on the cards, but the Midheaven is very essential for having a good career or a good public image, knowing your midheaven and understanding it. So you guys, look at your 8th house in your midheaven. If you need help with that, you can always email me or, comment, message me. I will get back to you. Okay. Something that you did in the past, though, is is revisiting. So don't be afraid when the past comes to revisit. Face it, face it, face it. And if you look it in the face and you're like, you know what, I'm done with you, then let that be the end of it. But if you look something in the face from the past and you're like, you know what, there's more to discover here, or you know what, I don't feel right with how this ended. There's more to do here. There's more to say here. I can still change this. Go for it, okay? Have that mindset. All right, pile number 1. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope the month of April is something so amazing for you. I know you're going to have some blessings coming in, obviously, but I hope it feels that way, okay? Thank you so much again. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want a private reading, check the description below. All right, guys. See you in the next one. Bye. Pile number 2, if you picked intimacy, then you are at your correct pile, okay? This is going to be juicy, I think. Okay, don't want to speak too soon, but sexual chemistry, reminiscing. This could be something that's significant for you now, definitely. You could be in this energy of, having, I was going to say having a lot of partners, but not even having a lot of partners, but maybe fantasizing about a lot of partners, fantasizing about getting out there, seeing the world a little bit, if you know what I mean, right? So, yeah, let's see what cards we have for you and what big blessings are coming for you in April. If you hear the garbage truck, excuse them. Thank you. All right, so first card we have is number 53, opposition. Okay, interesting. So some Aries energy out here, Taurus energy out here. Let's see, the other card we have out for you is conjunction. All right, so this is number 53 and 51. Very interesting because both of these are what you call, I guess, birth chart patterns or aspects. Very, very interesting. But let's go ahead and get into the big blessings for you. And we'll, of course, pull some clarifiers along the way. So this first card here, opposition, I'll actually read from the book what the little blurb says, because I think it's a great way to summarize everything before we get into the details. But opposition, so your opposition, or when two planets are opposite of each other, it definitely means that, how can I say this? It's like the energies are, just like in the image, right? Tussling back and forth, fighting for dominance in a way, right? So it says in the book, when two planets oppose each other across the circle of the zodiac, as the sun and moon do on a full moon, both planets will either be in the signs of yang elements, fire and air, or yin elements, water and earth, and stare directly at each other across the earth like partners in a wrestling match. The opposition can feel like a dare or a challenge, like boot camp, where confrontation pushes everyone to grow. Oh shit, pile number 2. So you have got some confrontation coming up definitely in the month of April, and don't look at it as a bad thing because it's an opportunity for you. That's what I'm hearing. Definitely opportunity. It's an opportunity. So I'm feeling like that one's not necessarily, the opposition isn't the blessing, of course, but what comes after. What is like, you hate to love me, you love to hate me, you heard me. But type, okay, anyways, that could be for some of you, that kind of energy, but overall I do feel like it's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, right? This is something that it's a situation that kind of encourages you to face your karma. It's almost as if you've called in your own karma at this point in time, and spirit's telling you, get the karma out the way and fight it, so you can get to the good shit. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Tough love is definitely going to be a theme for you in the month of April, so don't be afraid. They're telling you to don't lower your vibration for anyone in the month of April. Yes, you can have confrontations. Yes, you can go head to head, but that doesn't mean you have to lower your vibration. Let's get into the next card before I speak too much on it, okay? The next card is conjunction, and this is actually very opposite energy if you ask me, because this is more about, like it says at the bottom here, alliance, okay? Even the energy in the cards, the color in the cards, I mean, very opposite energies here. So let me go ahead and read for you what it says. Anytime two celestial bodies conjunct, meaning they dance together, they first work together and blend meaning and purpose, then begin a new cycle of their relationship. The sun and moon conjunct at the new moon, but because the sun is overpoweringly huge, it has special rules. The planets are so tiny compared to the sun that when they are close within 8 degrees of the sun, they seem to disappear or combust and lose individual power. But when the planets exactly conjunct the sun, their strength merges and grows within the heart of the sun. The conjunction tells us we are stronger when we work together, as long as we don't disappear into each other's flame. Okay, so pile number 2, this is some interesting shit, because the blessings that are coming for you in April is kind of like one low and one high. Not just one, but you know what I'm saying. Kind of like a roller coaster, right? Pile number 2, I feel like in the month of April, and I will grab your clarifiers here, but I feel like in the month of April for you, you're finally going to be able to, it's like someone who's held their tongue and finally explode, right? But Spirit's telling you, don't get to that point. Don't hold and explode. You've been holding up until this point. You have things to say. You have energy that needs to be released. You have confrontations that need to be confronted, bitch, okay? As uncomfortable as it may be for the month of April, it's an opportunity for you to get to your blessings, which the biggest blessing I feel like is this conjunction. You're going to remove yourself from energies that don't serve you and that aren't working and flowing smoothly, and find yourself with very, I wanted to say intimate, right? Very intimate energies with very close and special energies. Like, let me get some clarifiers, okay, before I start yapping too much. Okay, so we have the 3 of Swords here, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is some interesting shit again, because with the 3 of Swords, I definitely feel like Spirit's telling you here, the worst of it is over, okay? The worst of it is over, believe it or not. However, with this 3 of Swords, it's almost, I'm hearing unfair. Unfair. Why am I hearing unfair? Okay, they're kind of telling you that heartbreak isn't always going to look the same way, and something has completely broken you. It's broken you inside. It's broken your heart, pile number 2. So they're telling you, that's why they're telling you to kind of tap into the aggressive energy, but don't become the energy. Don't let it take over you, okay? The same way this card kind of speaks about working in co-op and kind of working in tandem with other energies. That card is kind of telling you to work in tandem with your own personal energies, okay? What else am I getting out here? Yeah, the 3 of Swords just usually is not good energy. It's very sad. It's very heartbroken, almost like anxiety and grief, right? So this could mean that somebody could have anxiety, have panic attacks, heart disease, or have heart surgery, need heart surgery. But yeah, I feel like you have a story to tell, and it's not a happy one, but it needs to be told. People need to hear what you have to say, even if they're not gonna like it. Okay? You're scarred up, baby, and it hurts when you're healing. It hurts when those scars are forming, but it needs to happen. Okay, pile number 2. What doesn't kill you make you stronger, bitch. Okay, and that's this energy. Especially, 8 of Pentacles out here. It's definitely kind of this energy of putting in the hard work and effort because you know it's going to get you somewhere. Okay, so Spirit's telling you, put in that hard work and effort into this situation. Okay, you have the power of creation. You have the power of creation. Why not mold together something that you enjoy and something that's perfect for you, whether that be your relationships or your career, your personal habits and hobbies, okay? Somebody Virgo could be significant here. Definitely. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo. Did I say that already? Leo. Your sun sign could be significant, whatever that is. It could be conjunct something or oppose something, okay? And Aries and Taurus as well. So that could be your sign or someone significant that we have coming out or coming up. Don't be afraid don't be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to let it be known how you feel, what you're feeling, when you're feeling it. Work on that. Work on your expression and demonstrating the skills that you worked so hard to practice over time, okay? Know your worth a little bit, pile number 2. Fight for yourself. Stand up for yourself when the time calls for it, which is now, girl, now. So look at this. We have March. Look at that. So if you're seeing this in March when I'm posting this, I'll likely post this in March. So if you're seeing this in March, this is definitely confirmation. Hello. Now's the time before April comes, before these moments come. This is your sign. Get this shit together now. This is also a sign that, I'm hearing someone, you got too intimate with someone and they did not treat you how you wanted to be treated, and that's why you've gotten your heart broken. And Spirit's telling you, continue to work on healing your heart, continue to show people how you're healing, even the bad parts, because there's going to be someone who's willing to work with you in perfect alliance, right? Look at that. As soon as I say that, success. We have dog, close up. We have parrot. And last but not least, we have haystack. Okay, so there's something going on with the kind of relationship that you've had, and it feels like a blip in time. It feels like a moment that you had with someone, and maybe it's a little bit of karma coming. You will reap what you have sown, or someone else will reap what they have sown. Someone could have been in a fight, in a battle because of cheating, because of adultery, something of the sort. Spirit's telling you, stand up for yourself. Who cares if they don't want to hear it? Okay? You will have great success in the month of April if you're willing to fight for yourself, okay? That doesn't mean poke fun. That doesn't mean talk down on people. And that doesn't mean, start fights, right? That means if somebody comes at you, you come at them just as hard, just like you see in this card. Because if people aren't willing to have this energy with you, they can get that. How about that? Okay, we have dog close up, which does talk about a very close friend. So a very close friend is going to be significant to you in the month of April, and they are going to help you get through the month of April, help you gain confidence in your skills and in your abilities and where you're at in your life. I'm hearing in general. Okay. They also might help you out financially. Okay. And with the parrot here, I'm hearing yap, yada, yada. Someone on the other side of this feud is going to be talking a lot about, your supposed secrets. There's going to be a lot of gossip about you and the situation and what happened and what didn't happen and what should have happened. Some of it's going to be lies, okay? Most of it's going to be just bullshit, okay? But Spirit's telling you, don't be afraid to talk back at the gossip. They're not telling you to gossip. They're telling you to talk back at that bullshit, okay? So pile number 2, this was an intense one, I feel like. Don't get it twisted. These are blessings for you, pile number 2. This opposition is a blessing. The feud is a blessing. And it's going to lead you to, like I said, the biggest blessing, which is card number 51, conjunction. This energy of two or even more than two, multiple energies working together, putting in the same amount of effort, putting in the same level of skill, even if it's not the same skills, to have a great outcome, okay? All right, pile number 2, thank you so much. Make sure to like and subscribe, baby. As I said, most people watch, they aren't subscribed, so definitely do that. And if you want a private reading, you can book with me through the link in my description, okay? See you in the next video, y'all. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome back. So we're going to get right into it. The gold digger, it says they want your money being used. So obviously that's not the best thing or the best energy, right? Okay, that was my pets. But obviously it's not the best energy, right? But I think it's talking about something a little bit deeper, but we're going to pull out the blessing cards and we're going to get into it, okay? Hopefully it gives us a little bit more detail on what that is. So we have Imam Koli. So this talks about your roots, all the things that makes you feel safe and secure, kind of like Cancer energy, a lot about the home and a lot about comfortability. And that is number 38. And then we have number 15, retrograde. Okay, so this is talking about a period of time that is for review. It's kind of like don't make any sudden movements. We are scanning right now, okay? That's kind of the energy of that card. So in terms of your blessings for April, pile number 3, I definitely feel like the root card is telling you you're going to have a lot of blessings when it comes to things that are in the home and that make you feel comfortable, things that are very close to you and very personal to you. I am going to read out of the book, but let's pull some more cards out. So let's see, we have, okay, 5 of Swords in the reverse with the Star card in the reverse. So, I don't want to say I don't like the energy, but there's something that's throwing me off about the energy. I'll say that. The 5 of Swords can kind of speak about having a defeated attitude or having like a self-doubt or kind of self-sabotage pain, self-inflicted pain, right? So spirit might be telling you here you're being blessed with a lot of security and a lot of stability, and whether that be emotional or financial or material, whatever the case may be for you personally, spirit's telling you there's a lot of things that are being fixed up when it comes to those personal things. And the 5 of Swords kind of being here with that is kind of asking you what things from the roots, what things are at your core that are causing you to not believe, not have confidence in yourself, or feel like, you can't trust yourself or can't trust others, right? They're telling you it's almost like they're getting you so comfortable so that you can open up and you can be vulnerable in a certain sense, okay? Sorry for the noise, that's the garbage can outside. I mean, the garbage truck. So yeah, pile number 3, I definitely do see this as a huge blessing for you. Not only the comfortability and the stability, but the opportunities to kind of, kind of create a plan so that you can heal and move on and kind of create your own out of situations that you're not comfortable anymore. So that's why they're making you really comfortable at home, okay, wherever you feel like is your home. Now with the retrograde card number 15 in the Star card, that one is kind of telling me that you might have some things from the past that influence your dreams and your hopes, the things that you look forward to or that you think are possible for yourself. So it might be time for you to look over those things again and review those things that you thought would not work. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah. Another thing to talk about or to bring up when we see the Star card is kind of about the more spiritual side of things, right? Kind of about astral projection, astral traveling, dreaming, the out-of-body experiences that we have when it comes to spirituality. So for the month of April, you might be, being called to review so many things, almost as if you can refocus or resharpen the things that are priorities for you and work on them and put more attention towards them. Now, they are bringing me back to the gold digger card and they are kind of shining a light on it again. So, what do these have to do with each other? This is really interesting because it's like you're not comfortable with yourself, or there's something that you're not comfortable with, and that you don't feel confident in. It definitely is very personal, but I'm not sure why the gold digger card is out here, Spirit. Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe this is talking about, for the month of April for you, pile number 3, distinguishing between fact and fiction, or distinguishing between real and fake. There's something about not letting certain things penetrate your safe space or your home. And Spirit's kind of telling you, look back at the things. They're giving you opportunities here to look into the past and review and correct, and refocus, recreate. It's almost like they're giving you like an eraser for a dry erase board. And they're like, okay, redo it, change it up, switch it up. You're now comfortable using like this marker or this whatever. Now you can be detailed, go back and sharpen up the things that you want to, that you choose to. Okay, so let's get into some more. You have August, marriage. We have well, okay, chair, and quill. Okay, I'm kind of hearing don't step out of your body and be something that you're not, be someone you're not, or subscribe to something that doesn't feel like you at your core. Get back to the basics. And that's why they're also kind of stripping things away, or it might feel that way because they're wanting you to, again, refocus your center, get comfortable again at home, focus on the roots of everything, the root of your issues, the root of your happiness, the root of your comfortability, your stability, all of it. Okay, the month of August is definitely going to be significant for you, or could be a birthday month, anniversary, death date, significant. I feel like by August, these dreams that you're going to be working on, and these maybe negative self-talk habits, negative thoughts, these things are going to be like miles different by that time, if in April you're working on these things and you're taking these opportunities. Okay, marriage could be significant, so some type of commitment or a literal marriage could be significant in the month of April. I'm hearing get married at home, so if someone's thinking about having a destination wedding, I'm hearing no. Another thing to note about retrograde is when things are in retrograde, and when there's a retrograde period, it's not the time to, like I said earlier, kind of make any sudden moves. It's kind of the time to not move, not necessarily not move at all, but take your time and really be intentional with things, because not only is it kind of a good time to fuck up and mess up things, but it's a great time to have all the things that you fucked up and messed up before come back. Okay, so be aware of that as well. Okay, we have well, family wishes come true, and we have chair, feels someone new is entering your life. So with this review period, there's going to be someone new coming in. I do feel like, and it's interesting that this is talking about family on this side, and it's talking about someone else on this side. So when it comes to, like I said, the more personal things, family, the home, there's going to be a lot of wishes coming true, a lot of blessings that are coming in for you. So that's really, really exciting. And when it comes to this kind of opportunity that they're giving you to pause and have silence and kind of review things, during that time, you might meet someone, or someone new might come in to drop a little knowledge or give you some type of support, or maybe even give you new ideas on dreams that you can have, or things you can add to your goals and your dreams. Okay. All right, pile number 3, that is all I have for your reading. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, because most people are not subscribed. So do that. And yeah, I'll see you in my next YouTube video. Bye. Okay, pile number 4, if you picked distance, you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. then this is the pile for you. Okay, we're obviously going to get into this a little bit, but we're mainly going to focus on the month of April and the blessings we have coming in. So let's see. I just dropped something over there. Okay, we have number 2, Taurus, cultivate. So already some really, really good energy here. Pile number 4, you're going to be kind of blessed with this Taurus energy of being able to be resourceful and kind of create somewhat something out of nothing. Okay, and then we have Jupiter abundance, which is another really, really, really good card to get. So this is great energy. Number 2 or number 23 could be significant for you. Yeah, you got a lot of good luck actually coming in April for you. April is actually Taurus season, so that's really interesting here. So happy birthday to you if your birthday is in the month of April. But I definitely do feel like both of these cards are hinting towards a lot of abundance, a lot of material abundance, emotional abundance, a lot of material abundance, to be quite honest with you. Speaking of, we got the 10 of Pentacles coming out and the Knight of Swords. So we're going to read out of the book actually for your main cards, Taurus and Jupiter, and then we'll get into your clarifiers, okay? So, starting with Taurus, this is what it says. It says, Taurus asks you to hold still, dig in, grow roots, and strengthen over time. Manifest in a practical way. Signified by a bull standing in its field, Taurus rules the neck and voice. Its purpose is to bring life into matter through growing wildflowers and crops, through our muscular strength and the sensual potential of our bodies, and through the solidness of our material resources. The sun shines here April 21st to May 20th. So yeah, definitely this could be confirmation for someone's birthday here. I definitely do feel like there's something else about this that I'm picking up, but I don't know what that is. Let's keep going here. So let's get into Jupiter, which was your second card. It's about abundance, like I said. Jupiter symbolizes how we expand our world through education, law, philosophy, travel, abundance, and an expansive spirit. Jupiter, the traditional ruler of Sagittarius and Pisces, is a huge gas giant, 2.5 times the volume of all the other planets put together. It takes 12 years to circle the zodiac, spending roughly 1 year in each sign. Named for the ruler of all the gods and named for the ruler of all the gods and surrounded by 79 known moons, Jupiter never does anything in small proportions. Yeah, so okay. So they're telling you here in the month of April, your blessings are going to have a lot to do with you creating, you manifesting, you receiving and expanding upon things that you already have and that you've already experienced. With this distance card, I do feel like there's going to be, it may feel far and few between, or it may actually be far and few between when you get these big blessings, but you are going to get quite a few big blessings in the month of April. Very, very positive. I mean, it's really, really good energy here. Now with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, the 10 of Pentacles is an interesting card to get with the Taurus card. Usually it represents wealth and treasure. It represents inherited wealth, generational wealth. But Spirit might be telling you here, you don't have to inherit wealth to build wealth, first of all. And they're telling you to not necessarily listen to the past, but learn from the past, right? There are moments and there are things that you learn in real life and experience that are way, way more valuable than money, okay? And there are things that money can't do, unfortunately, right? So don't put all of your focus in the month of April on the actual money, on how much money do I have in my bank account, how much does this cost, how much does this cost. Worry about how many incomes of money do I have, how many skills do I have that I can use to get money, how many people do I know that could pay me for this certain thing, right? Expand on the things that you actually already have in the month of April for you. It's going to be very, very abundant if you can do this, and do it with confidence is what I'm hearing, because with the Knight of Swords there as well, it's kind of this energy of you being one with all of the other energies, the same way that somebody has to kind of be aligned with their horse, or energetically kind of, compatible with their horse to have a good ride, or to have a, a very flowing and easy kind of ride or connection, or whatever you want to call it. The same way that they have to do that, you kind of have to do that with your own energy, with the energy that you use to motivate yourself to get things done. And a lot of it comes from very earthly energy, very nature-based energy, if I could say that. So get outside more in April. Spend more time walking, spend more time exercising. Really, there's a lot of abundance. If you have an altar, I'm hearing for you to put things on your altar, feed your ancestors, put weapons on their altar for protection. It's another thing that I'm hearing here. Anything else? Let's go ahead and get into your last cards. Excuse me. We have September. So by the time September comes, I'm hearing you're going to see concrete all of the rewards. You're going to see by then everything that I'm talking about in full effect. Nothing is left to wait on by that point. I'm not telling you have until September to get anything done and get your shit together and start making these things happen. But that's why they're telling you now, because these things are so big and so abundant in such big blessings, literally, that it's going to take time for you to build them. Okay, and that's why they're bringing the Taurus card out, because it's going to take hard work, and that's what they know how to do, is work hard. Okay, so let's continue. Let's see, we have Cobweb. Okay, so this is definitely, like I said, protection, talking about protection, and saying that you are heavily protected, and Spirit's definitely wanting you to put some things on that altar if you have one. If you don't have one, maybe make a mini one, or one that you could set up and dismantle really easily. Give your spiritual team and your ancestral team a way to protect you. Okay, we have Fan. So for the month of April, with all of this abundance, it's no surprise, but there's going to be a lot of positive energy around you, surrounding you, and people are going to want to celebrate you and celebrate your energy. It might be your birthday, like I said, so there's also confirmation of that: a birthday, a celebration, a party, an anniversary. There's going to be a lot of romance, a lot of good vibes. When you are feeling good and you're making moves that you're confident in and that you know will benefit you in the long run, you give off a certain energy, and people are feeling it, and they're picking it up, and they want to celebrate that. Okay, we have Candle. You will be shown the way, so definitely speak with your spiritual team. Continue to get messages, get a private message if you need to. The link is in my description if you want one from me, a private reading, or maybe even an astrology birth chart reading. Like, Spirit's telling you, use the resources that you have. You don't really have to learn new things, buy new things, rediscover something. Just take a look at what's around you now, okay, and make do with that. You don't have to be gifted everything all the time, and sometimes it really helps you build your creativity muscle, so to speak, when you make do with what you have. And then last but not least, look at that, we have career. So your career is definitely going to be significant in the month of April. You're going to have a lot of abundance and a lot of growth with your career. So congratulations to you. I'm very excited for you. Let's see, obviously we have Taurus out here. We have Pisces, a little Sagittarius energy. But that, I think that's more having to do with this traveling and this distance between, something about a long distance or a long stretch of time between things. We also have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here, Taurus again, Virgo, Capricorn here. Yeah, so that's what I'm picking up for you. I hope you are excited for the month of April. It's going to be an exciting one for you, and it's going to be a very, very abundant month. Like, it's going to be a month that it's more about appreciating things and reinvigorating energies than working hard and starting from scratch and, oh my God, I have to build from the bottom up to get to September where everything's done, you know? Don't think of it that way. Think of it step by step. Enjoy each step, okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. Like I said, most people who watch aren't subscribed, so please do that for me. And yeah, if you want a personal reading, don't be afraid to ask. All right, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next YouTube video. Bye.